What? What are you saying right now? Do you like my beard? You licked my ear. Ew! Ew! Why would you lick at my ear? It's weird. Alright, so in this video tomorrow, it's going to be a couple seconds for you, I'm going to go over all the costs and all the parts and stuff and how much I have in the Audi wrapped up all together. What's up, ladies and gents? This is the episode about how much money I have in my S5. I know some of you are probably curious. I said I thought it was $3,000 to $4,000. I was a little bit surprised at how much I had in this. The grand total is in. To start off with, this is my 2009 Audi S5. I purchased it from Copart. My winning bid was $1,150. It was listed as a non-runner. The damage didn't look that bad, and I was just banking on it running. The clutch switch was keeping it from running. There's nothing wrong with it. They just weren't pushing the clutch in far enough. It fired right up. So first things first, we got a non-running car running. So anyways, after fees, a lot of people don't go over all this stuff. $1,150 was my winning bid. The buyer's fee was $325. Then there was a virtual bid fee, which you can cancel out if you bid on the kiosk at the auction yard. Then you can waive that fee. And then there's a $59 gate fee that you can't waive. Out the door, bringing this home wrecked the way it was, $1,603 is what I had. $1,603. Then we get into parts. Ooh, do we get into parts? So, these front bumper brackets, tax and everything included, were $42.40. The AC switch, which I haven't received yet, I'm supposed to get it Monday, and the cabin air filter, I did get that, I did throw it in, $50.30. Okay, that's not that much. Not bad. Not bad so far. Let's keep going. The bumper and fender. Now, I put an A5 bumper on this. I did not go with the S5 bumper. The S5 bumper from ECS Tuning, even at cost, was close to $800. It was like $900 regular price, something like that. I got the bumper for like $200 and some. It was like just over $200, and it was supposed to come with both fog light bezels, and one of them didn't come. They discounted me for that. They must have had a shortage, so I ended up having to buy that separate. But the fender and the bumper together. Now I'm grouping some things together here because I could not find how much I paid for them. I just found my bill for the total order. The bumper and the fender together was $493.21, which is the most I've paid for a bumper and a fender. Still not bad. Not real bad. Okay, so the valve cover gasket, the smog pump, which was filled with water, and the belt, it's just an alternator belt that goes from the crank to the alternator, was $94.50. Not too bad. The front grille I found used. It was plasti dipped and everything. Excellent condition. I did peel some of the plasti dip off to make it to the chrome accents stick out and stuff like that. After shipping and everything, it was $217.30. The wheel center caps, I was missing a couple of them. I found a set of all four. I'm sure they're not genuine. They look really nice though. $25.66. The fog light cover, that was missing. I ordered it several times, had to cancel it several times because I wasn't getting it. I ended up paying $42.39 for the one fog light cover that was like one of my last items that came. Tires, These tires plus the other 2 back used tires I got are all Continental tires. They're Continental Conti Sport Contact SP5s. There's several people that said just put, don't skimp on tires, go with high performance tires. I just do normal driving. Like, there's no tracks around here. I don't do track days. I don't beat on my vehicles. Maybe in the videos I do a little bit, but normally I take it pretty easy on my vehicles, and I run them, I like to take care of my vehicles. I know how mechanics work, and like, I don't want to abuse them and then not have it because I blew an engine or whatever. So I kind of take care of my vehicles. All 4 tires are used with lots of tread left. $303.27. That was for all 4. The top bumper cover, right underneath the hood, it's just a trim piece that finishes off the top of the bumper. That was $43.07. The core support was surprisingly cheap for this thing. I think I paid more in shipping than I did for the core support itself. I think the core support was $50 to $60, and it was $50 to $60 shipping. It was somewhere around there. Altogether, I paid $124.53 for the core support. It's all composite. It's no metal in there at all. The radiator, Rock Auto. I ordered a lot of my parts from Rock Auto, surprisingly. Some from ECS Tuning, but a lot from Rock Auto. The radiator, I paid $176.06 for that. The front lip, since I went with an A5 bumper, I wanted it to look a little bit more sporty because the S5 bumper kind of extends down a little bit more and is a little bit more aggressive. So I decided I was going to put a front lip on that just to extend the bumper to make it look sportier, so it still hopefully had an S5 look. I didn't want it to look like a lower model. But that front lip was $158.99, and I was going to get it painted gloss black to match the bumper, but as low as it sat, I thought in my head, I was like, that's going to scrape somewhere, the paint's going to chip, it's going to look like crap. I just left it the plastic black that it is. The headlight brackets.
Oh, the headlight brackets.
I first ordered them on February 15th. When they didn't come, I finally got, I was like, oh, they're coming today. And got home, and there's this little package in the mail. And I opened it up. It had the tracking number that for my headlight brackets. I'm like, there's no way this is my headlight brackets. Opened it up, and the first one was these little visors that go in your mirrors. They're just a piece of plastic with sticky tape on them. It said, this is a free gift for, to track your real order. Contact us for the real tracking number. So I contacted them. What's up with this crap? They said, here's your real tracking number, and you go in and check, and it hadn't even shipped yet. But on eBay, it showed that my item was shipped and delivered. So I didn't like that, because it was like, now you can't hold them accountable because I already got it. It shows that I got it. So like, if I don't get it now, it's not on them, because I'm just sitting here waiting for a part I don't know if I'm going to get. So we canceled that order. March 5th, I ordered 2 more. They're 2 different brackets. Same thing happened. I got a cell phone mount that was missing part of the mount. Like, it was a non-usable product. Free gift, all this stuff. I said cancel my order. I finally ordered it from another country that I can't remember off the top of my head. It started with an L. For the headlight brackets, I ended up paying $74.65. That's with shipping and everything. Took a long time for me to get them, but the tracking was true on those ones. I got them. The washer nozzle jets for the headlights, headlight washer nozzles, $37.09. The radiator bracket and the bottom mounts, there's like those 2 clip-on things that the radiator sits on, and then it clips into the core support, and then there was a metal bracket that went from the subframe to the bottom of the core support that holds it in place. Those together was $72.89. You can see this is all starting to add up. The crash sensor, a buddy used crash sensor on eBay, $35.04. Pretty reasonable. ECS tuning, These parts I got at cost, but I'm going to add them into it. I'm not adding the exhaust in. It's just, that's not something that I would have needed to complete this project, so I'm just not going to add the cost of that in. Plus, I got them at cost, but I got the intake gaskets, the oil filter housing O-rings, and the oil cooler O-rings at cost $57.12. So you would pay a little bit more if you were getting those parts, but that's what I got them for. Spark plugs, I do not remember. I think I had like $50 in spark plugs. I went with Denzo's. Hate me if you want to. They work. So that's what I put in it. Come down the road, I start getting misfires, I'll put NGKs back in it. They were a lot more money. I'm fairly certain that's what I paid, about around $50 to $60 for my spark plugs. I wrote 50. Coolant, $40. That's an estimate too. I don't remember what I paid. Oil filter and oil. I think I had about $100 in that because the oil filter was expensive. Plus the oil, it takes 9.5 quarts. This S5 takes 9.5 quarts of oil. Now, if you get the RS5, it takes 10.5. Yeah, but we put Rotella in that. It's $15.40. Yeah, the carbon fiber wrap for the hood. All the wrap I got, I still have a good bit left. It was $52.99. I ordered that from Amazon. I'm estimating I used about $30 of it because I used a little bit more than half. So we'll put down $30 for that. I got a dipstick so I could check my oil, Jimmy. The dipstick was $26.08. It's a nice feature. I'm glad I put that in there. I like knowing that I don't have to let the car sit and warm up for 2 minutes on a level surface and then wait for my sensor to pick it up whether I am full of oil or not. If you don't have any oil in there, you think it's a good idea to let it sit there and run for 2 minutes? Huh? Yeah, I didn't think so either. We put a dipstick in there. The sensor still works, but you can also check on the dipstick. And then lastly, I get a good cost on paint. The paintwork I got done, the whole front bumper and fender, I paid $300 to have that done, and the paint is immaculate. And then that comes to our total. Grand total. What do you kids think? Now, if I would not add these brackets and these tires in that I just got for this thing, I would have under $4,000 in this, which is what I thought I had in it. But I don't. I have more than $4,000 in it. Not much though. Grand total on the S5 is $4,197.55. So you might as well just round that up to $4,200. I have $4,200 in this. It's nice, but it's got miles on it, and I still, after my Camaro sells, which we're working on that right now, I still have to pay for the enhanced inspection, taxes, and registration, and all that stuff. So you might as well add another $300 on top of that total for my grand total to make it legal to drive. I did tear the rear tint off finally. You can see through the glass now. I let it sit out on a hot day. Went in, peeled it out, the glue and everything came off in one shot. So that might be a good new method to use. But yeah, the Camaro here, a local person came and looked at it, loved it, is willing to give me pretty much my asking price, and they were going to the bank this week. So they go to the bank, and you can't get in a bank right now. I thought after I paid this off and I got the title that this was just going to be a smooth transaction between me and a buyer, and I could just sign the title over and it'd be gone. But no! COVID messed this up. So he went to go to the bank. He couldn't get in any of the banks. He had to call the bank, and they put him on a callback list. He waited all Wednesday. Thursday they called him and then scheduled him to come in on Monday. So he had to get an appointment to get a call. Now an appointment to get into the bank. So on Monday, which is 2 days from now, he gets an appointment in the bank to see about getting the money to buy this. So hopefully this goes through this week, I will get that thing registered ASAP. My AC pressure sensor is supposed to be here on Monday, so same day. So I'll slap that in there because it's an easy job. You just take the old one out and put the new one in. It doesn't lose charge. It's a good system. It's a good system they got on. But let's put these bumper brackets on real quick. So that's one less thing I have to do, and I'll show you the way I rigged it up anyways. Come with me, kids. As you can see, this fender liner was tore up, so I did zip tie it there and there. But inside of here is my fender bracket that I made. Let me see if I can. Right there, that metal bracket. I got an insert there with a Allen key and a self-tapper up on the metal bracket up there. So I am going to change these out real quick with the right mounts that go two 10mm nuts up through here, and then you put a self-tapper in through this side, a Torx bit tapper. I think I still have some left, and it mounts the bumper perfectly then. That was about a pain in the butt, and I think it fit better with my bracket, but I'm gonna leave it on there. It's factory. This fender does have a little bit of a dent right there. It's probably why it doesn't fit that good. We'll go over on the other side. I'm not gonna film the other side. You watch me do this one. I'll struggle with the other one by myself. See what I've done. So there we go. This side fits worse now, and this side fits better. This side looks perfect now. So, yeah, I know, this isn't like my normal videos, but that's because I worked overtime this weekend and I really didn't have time to film anything today. So, I'm going to go in and edit this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I normally don't go over the cost of everything on my builds, but this is the nicest car I have done so far. I mean, I have done cars that are maybe worth as much, but I've not done anything this nice yet, and I enjoyed this build. I had fun with it, but it's nerve-wracking at the same time because you don't know if you're gonna, you know, fall off the deep end and lose everything on it, or what. It's a guessing game when it comes to these expensive cars like this. So if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. Go check out my merch on my Teespring page. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the S5. Give this video a thumbs down if you're in love with Caitlyn Jenner. And as always, we'll see you on the next episode of Red.